Yeah, you try to sweep its legs out from under it, and it just kind of hops over your stick. And that brings us to Zalthor.
So I guess I'll shoot at the wolf that's next to Thorian.
Yeah, and since he has someone adjacent to him, you will get your sneak attack damage if you connect.
I'm guessing I connect with a 22.
Yes.
You did it.
So there's that. So I do a total of 6 damage.
Okay. Oh, I see. 5 from the bow and then 1 more sneak attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so an arrow lodges itself just under the shoulder of the wolf, and it kind of yelps in pain. And then the wolf is up. He's going to go ahead and try to bite Thorian, because you went and stood right next to it. And I assume 8 is probably not going to hit.
8 does not hit.
Yeah. So it kind of like jumps and snaps at you, but you're able to kind of stick your stick right in the way there, and he just kind of gnaws on it for a second and then lets go. And that brings us now to Coralon.
So I can't see that wolf now.
Yeah, if you
moved out of range, so I guess I'll.
Yes, you can kind of go either way around.
I'll go closer to the circle, but north, so I can try and see it.
All right. Yeah, so you can kind of head around there. You can easily get within eyesight of it.
And then I'll firebolt it again, or firebolt this one.
16 is a hit.
Woohoo!
And then 10 damage.
Yep.
So, yeah, this time your bolt flies true, hits the wolf, and you notice that just probably because it's been rolling in the kind of the fat and meat of these carcasses it's been eating, its whole face just kind of erupts in flames, and it kind of makes this like little whining. That's it. So that was
Dinner
it.
served, boys.
Yeah, the 2 wolves are taken care of, and combat is over.
Why? Don't do that.
And
Something is done cooking.
and so is
The
the
wolf.
microwave.
No, dude, that was my laptop. I don't know why my
I would
laptop
like-
felt like making that noise, but whatever.
All right. You guys can still check out the center of the circle, which you haven't really searched out.
If I look on the ground,
sacrifice the wolf on the
You
altar.
can also take your time to heal and stuff. I guess you might have healing abilities. I don't know how much 7 damage matters to you guys.
Do I see any instance in the center of the circle?
As a matter of fact, you do. There is a whole collection of kind of implements there. There are like 3 different types of dagger. There's a stone dagger, there's a silver dagger, and there's a gold dagger that are all just kind of in this little hollowed out area underneath this. So imagine like it's a big stone block that kind of sits across the top, and it's like leaning against another block to make it flat on top, but that means there's a little cubby underneath. And in that cubby, there are the 3 daggers. Like I said, it's kind of a crude stone dagger, like just a piece of rock that's sharpened, basically. Silver dagger and kind of a more ornate gold dagger that are all in there. There's a little collection of incense. You estimate it must be 7 gold worth of incense. Just like a pretty good pile of incense there. And there's also a number of kind of just other little implements, like meat forks and kind of like a little bone saw thing to like you could chop up an animal with. Butcher's kind of tools, along with the daggers. All together, there's just kind of a little collection of things here. The kids who are with you and had kind of been hiding off to the side during this combat, they don't really appreciate this altar that much, but you also don't feel like the altar is like actually really evil. Does someone want? If you want to make a religion check, you can kind of.
I'll make a religion check.
Oh, I can do that too.
Can any of us make a religion check?
Bam!
Is everybody?
Well, I will say if you have proficiency in it, you can.
Oh,
I
okay.
have proficiency in religion,
And I do as well.
but obviously not as good as Thorian.
Yeah. So actually, both of you can tell that this is like a makeshift altar set. You know, like you can tell this is not like an established cult where they are bringing in their own things. It does not look like anything that you are familiar with as far as the kind of worship they're doing there. It looks like people basically just put this together on their own without the direction of any kind of larger cult. Typically, if you have altar setups and cult going, they found a book or something that's given them kind of the information they know about, if they're worshiping a dragon or they're worshiping kobolds. They've kind of followed some text as doing this. This does not seem to match anything that you're familiar with. And it looks like people are just trying different things here.
So, what all can I steal from the altar?
The altar itself, the top of it is just plain stone, but if you want to, you can try to take the daggers, you can take the incense, you can take these other implements, and I can give you kind of how much they're worth if you want that.
I want the daggers. They're my daggers now.
Would anybody object to me taking the incense?
Objection.
Nope.
No, I don't care.
I'm cursed now, boys.
Maybe you should like light some on the altar. Don't take it all.
Yeah, you can totally cut it.
Nah, I'm taking it all.
Yeah, so if you gather up the incense as well as the charcoal and the herbs and things that you found around here, you would have enough to be able to use your Find Familiar, and you can spend an hour casting that if you want to. You can hang out there. So Zalthor, you're taking all three of those other knives,
Yeah, I am.
these daggers here. All right, let me see if I can remember how to send somebody a message.
I'm gonna get cursed.
Dude, I hope so.
I mean, I could detect magic if you want me to.
It's too late. I
but
already
don't
made my
think they're
decision.
Magic. Well, I could still detect magic.
He already played with forces he didn't understand.
See, what
Basically,
do I need to do to detect magic?
I am super lucky now, and whenever things are going bad, I hear dice in my head.
Hey, Tim, when we find that red coin, you should definitely
Bam.
steal it.
I'll detect magic.
You want to detect magic on in that area?
Yeah,
Let's see. What does it say?
that's
for
one
10
of my
minutes.
level 1 spells.
Sense of presence within 30 feet of you. Let's see.
And I will.
All right.
I'll poke Corlon and give him guidance for that.
He just pokes me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Hey, I know you're concentrating, but hey, let me poke you.
I'm helping. I'm helping.
Yes. Yes.
Hey,
make a con
listen.
save real quick. No. You can look around and you notice that there's kind of a very mild magical aura over the altar itself. But you can tell that a lot of effort has been put into the work that they've been doing here, even though it hasn't been well directed. And it actually has a little bit of a magical aura around there. The daggers, you notice that the stone dagger does have magic aura around it. The other two daggers seem just kind of normal.
And they're all in the rogue's hands like, mine.
Yeah, and yeah, he has them.
Thanks, Trey.
Can I use Arcana on the stone dagger to try to figure
That
out
dagger,
like,
that
why is
stone
it
dagger
magical?
has little properties, huh?
Yeah. Let's see.
Don't touch my dagger.
So as assuming Zalthor lets you examine this dagger, and,
Yeah.
spend some time looking at it here. You're looking at it, you can tell that this dagger is, just by its very nature of being kind of a crude stone dagger, is not really that effective as a dagger. In game terms, it's a -1 dagger. It's not cursed, but it's worse damage and worse to hit because of it. But you also can tell that the magical component of it would give it a +2 against domesticated animals.
Domesticated animals? Nice.
Correct.
Doggy!
So any kind of livestock, that's pets, any of those kind of things, +2 against those.
I'm gonna poke a hamster.
He is Zalthor, sheep slayer.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell this that stone dagger has been used to kill like a lot of basically just innocent creatures.
All right, I let him know about his mad stone dagger of
Yeah.
sheep slaying.
No, domesticated slaying.
Yep, going with. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell him sheep slaying. That's what I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah. At this point, the kids who are kind of still with you, they're looking a little bit uncertain. Like they don't know exactly what you guys are doing now. You have these daggers from the altar, and you're there, and you already were trying to convince them that kids were not being sacrificed here, but they don't 100% buy that.
I'd tell them that they can go back to town if they feel safe traveling by themselves.
Yeah, they don't need any kind of convincing from you. They're just like, okay, thanks. And kind of the younger one starts to leave and gets to the edge of the circle, and the older one kind of sticks around a little bit, and he just kind of holds out his hand like, we did help, right? We were good.
I'll give
give him a high five.
I'll give him 4 coppers.
4 coppers. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he grabs up the coins, and he kind of gives one to the other kid, and they head out back towards town. What do you guys want to do now?
Are there any clovers on the ground? that I
Any
can pick up?
clovers?
Any clover at all? Just
You can make a check. The area around this thing is actually barren, but this is all grassland. It would not be that hard for you to find clover as you kind of walk out of the, as you kind of leave the circle.
does that be nature or survival?
Yeah, either one you can do. Yeah, you don't have to travel far at all. Just kind of at the edge of the circle, you notice that there's, and along with the grasses and things, you can find clover there.
I'd like to pick that and put it in my bag.
Yeah, as soon as you
So-
pick it, you notice that the grass revolts against you, and if you roll in no, I'm kidding. Yeah, you
Dang it! It's a bad day today.
So while they're doing this, I'm going to be conjuring since they're still searching around.
Sure, yeah. If you guys are willing to spend an hour, what can you actually do while you're casting that? You can probably walk around, right?
I can meditate.
I don't think I can walk around. I think I just have to spend an hour like conjuring my animal.
Because right, you have to burn this stuff. I would assume
Yep.
he'd just be chilling
Yeah.
out by a fire.
I'm at her.
Okay.
I'm building a fire and burning the stuff.
Do we have a?
All right.
Don't you
Second.
need like a bronze brazier or something like that?
It said campfire. I thought.
I thought it was like a bronze thing.
Give me 1 second. I might be wrong on that.
I thought that's what it said. I did scroll. I opened up the chat log, so
I mean, you can just click on Find Familiar again, and it'll tell you.
that'd be too simple.
Well, I wanted to.
Must be
Consumed by fire. Oh, and a brass. Oh, dang it. Never mind.
But
I'm just
no,
holding on to this stuff until I find it.
I'm feeling like you can probably do this. I don't know what the official ruling, I guess, would be, but the things that you consume, you'll have to find. I think the brass brazier, we can assume that you can find somebody that can do that job if you have a component pouch or some kind of focus that you're
Yeah,
using.
I have the arcane focus instead of a component pouch.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll go ahead and let you do it if you guys want to just wait an hour here. Or you can wait a little bit and you can find a brass brazier later.
It's up to the party. I don't want to be left here alone because when I'm alone, I die.
You never die. You just went
So you guys just need to make a plan of what you want to do.
So while he's doing that, I let everyone know that I saw human tracks going south, and then they kind of went southeast after that.
Yeah.
And I say that we should follow them because it's most likely the children, unless somebody else found something else.
And I also let everyone know that I found human tracks going straight west as well.
And the
It seemed
tracks
like that was
west,
a more heavy one.
the tracks west were mixed with animal tracks too. So you can. That's kind of the direction that you see animals coming from, but not ever returning to. So you would know that that's kind of where these animals are being brought from to be sacrificed. The tracks going south didn't have any animal component there.
Can I suggest we split into two-man parties? Two go west, two go south.
Yeah, you should split the party right now.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Let's do it. Don't let our
So-
dreams be dreams, right?